Boom. Already. So first and foremost, I want to say Kahala, Abba Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, Wahamalaki Yahweh Shah, that's all praises of the Father, Yahweh, in the name of the Messiah and the King, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, the soldier Isaiah reporting in, right, from the Sakari data, Sakari DTX sector, right, bringing a little information to the table, you know what I'm saying, a quick cut, a little smooth cut, right? It's a smooth way of explaining antinomianism through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? The idea of not having to keep the law or not having the requirement of keeping the law, right, in order to receive salvation, right? Which we know is utter folly, right? Utter bullshit through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? But nevertheless, we have these conversations that we have when we're out teaching and things of that nature, right, in regards to who salvation is for. But that means nothing. Okay, salvation and who it is given to means nothing if the people arguing for salvation being for everybody still doesn't keep the laws of the Most High, right? So when people come up to you trying to make like, oh well, you know, salvation for everybody, okay, cool, but it can only still be for those who keep the laws of the Most High God. You understand? So the whole idea that you come with antinomianism, which is not having to keep the law, but you're saved by grace alone, by faith alone, through Christ alone, right? With no works necessary, right? You're still going to experience the hellfire. You're still going to experience the second death, right? So if you're not keeping the laws of the Most High, whose salvation is for is irrelevant information. Okay, you still gonna die no matter who salvation was for, right? And we're gonna get there, but through the spirit, we're also gonna prove that salvation is exclusively for Israel, right? We have this understanding. Salvation is solely is completely particular to Israel. Okay, we understand this, but nevertheless, salvation is solely and exclusively for those who are going to keep the laws of the Most High God Yahweh, coupled with the faith on Yahweh Shah, right? We're gonna prove that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua right now. All right, let's get this going. Let's get this going, man. All right, through the spirit, we're gonna show y'all exactly what was just said. All right, boom. So we're gonna start at Revelation chapter 7. Shaquat, man. All right, boom. Revelation chapter 7. All right, verse 3. It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads, right? So it's talking about the seal, right? The sealed servants, right? And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, right? Through the spirit and power. So it says the one that were sealed, this initial number of people that were sealed were the 144,000, which were the elect of the Lord, right? These people were sealed of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? We're going to jump down to verse 9 because this is where they try to go to prove that it's for all people. But we know through the spirit that when you go into the Greek, it is explaining in English just the Israelite foreigners, okay? After this, I beheld, verse 9, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, right? Clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Like I said, this is going to prove that you have to keep the laws of the Most High. Even though you have all this talk about different nations, the main thing being proven here is going to be the responsibility to keep the laws of the Lord, right? It says, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. All right. So, like I said, when you go to the Greek word for kindreds, right here, right, it's speaking on the Greek word for kindreds right here. You go to it's speaking on the phile, right, which is the Greek word which explains one of the 12 tribes of the one descending from one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? So when you want to explain Revelation 7:9, just go to the word kindreds in the Greek, and it explained exactly what that vision was referring to. Where he saw that great multitude of people were different Israelite foreigners scattered throughout the diaspora. All right, so boom. But like I said, these people were sealed, right, and clothed with white robes, right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 14 now, right? Because this also is speaking about the 144,000, these sealed people, right? Verse 1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads, right? Verse 3, it says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Verse 4, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins, just referring to the doctrine. Okay, that not being defiled with women is going into them having the undefiled doctrine, the proper understanding, and the proper doctrine of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah, right? The gospel of Christ. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and unto the Lamb. All right, so this is going into those elect, the first fruits, right? And now, boom, we're going to jump down, right? Verse 12. These same people, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Yahweh Shai. They that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai are going to be these people who are sealed, clothed with white. All right, boom. So we see this. We can end it here. But through the Spirit, let's link this with another prophecy of the prophet Israel. Right? So we're going to start up at verse 37. Right? We're going to read down to verse 40. Right? So boom. 37 through 40. It reads, it says, oh, receive the gift that is given you and be glad, giving thanks unto him that have led you to the heavenly kingdom. Right? Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord. So now the context of is those who are sealed. Like we just seen, the ones that are sealed are going to be the 144,000 of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right? And then the innumerable multitude, which are the Israelite foreigners scattered throughout from the diaspora, right? Verse 39, these people were sealed. Verse 39, which are departed from the shadow of the world and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Like he said, these are they, watch this, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, right? So they have received these glorious garments, right? These same people have received these glorious garments. Verse 40, and here's the point. Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white. Clothed in white, right? Through the Spirit, we know these are synonymous prophecies. Clothed in white, which have fulfilled, listen to this, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. Right? And we know this is talking about the elect of the Lord. So you can't be redeemed, or you can't be sealed, you can't be saved, you can't receive that salvation unless you were one of those which fulfilled the law of the Lord. Cold cut, you can hang it up. If you're not keeping the laws of the Lord, give up your thoughts and just hand over that opportunity through the Spirit of antinomianism. All right, give it up. If you're going to stay in this spirit where you assume that you don't have to keep the laws, we know that you're not going to experience this salvation. All right, and this is going to solidify that even further. Right, and with this, we'll yield. It says in Matthew chapter 7 verse 21 in the NLT, it says, not everyone who calls out to me, Lord, Lord, will enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right, only those who actually do the will of my Father in heaven will enter. Verse 22, on judgment day, Salaki, Shaquat, man, Yeshua. It says, on judgment day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, we prophesied in your name and cast out demons in your name and performed many miracles in your name. Watch this, verse 23. But I will reply, I never knew you. Get away from me, you who break God's laws. You who break God's laws, get away from me. I never knew you. Okay. Proving to you, if you're not keeping the laws of the Most High, the idea that you are going to receive salvation is bullshit. Okay. And you need to take a different approach in regards to your understanding of the scriptures. Right. So fuck who salvation is for. That's irrelevant information if you're not going to be keeping the laws of the Most High. Right. So that's a quick, you know what I'm saying, quick series of scriptures you can go to prove that no matter what, salvation is only for those that are going to keep the law and couple it with the faith of Yahweh Shah. Right. The elect are going to be of those who are keeping the laws of Yahweh coupled with the faith of Yahweh Shah. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.